Hello everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Miriam from Paper Wheel Studio. I'd like to welcome all my new subscribers. Doesn't sound like much, but we are up to 170 now. So we make it to 500. I intend to have another giveaway. So please like, share, and subscribe. And you can help me get up to that. I could not have my channel if it were not for all of you who watch my videos and have begun subscribing to my channel. So today is the letter R in the ABC April challenge with Margaret from Seven Plaza and Tony from Crafting with Tony or Crafting by Tony, both on YouTube. I am doing the 100-day project, and I'm also participating at this point in the ABC challenge with the creators that I just mentioned. And for today being R, I am doing, as my video is titled Rolodex, Rub-ons, and Randomness. So I am going to use some Rolodex cards to make a couple things here. And I have a stack of random rub-ons that I've had for some time. I'm hoping they will still be effective. And I have just some possibility of some stickers here on my desk and just randomy labels. Nothing very... I have a couple pieces of my Tim Holtz fabric tape. Because I thought we could make at least one little booklet with the Rolodex cards, or a little folio like hidden place where you could do journaling inside. So I thought I'd bring you along, show you what I'm doing today. It's nothing new and exciting. I'm sure it's been done on YouTube before. I'm not the first one to come up with using Rolodex in journals. However, this is just my take on using some Rolodex cards for your junk journals. The thing about them, they're just the right size. This is what they look like. I purchased a very, very large package from Amazon for $4 or $5. And I will probably have enough Rolodex cards to last me a lifetime with journals. Because I do not typically make mine to just list for sale. If somebody would want to buy one that they saw, I would consider that, but I'm not in the process of making them just to sell. I make them for fun, and I make them for people I know or local people that might want one, and I make them for myself because I do enjoy writing in them and keeping them for myself. So, with all that being said, we're going to make some ephemera out of Rolodex cards. And I prepared in advance because I know it would take me a little bit. I prepared these today. I have several of the Rolodex cards that I have covered with some random thinner papers that are like book page thickness. I covered a few of them on both sides. I think just 3 of them. And the rest I just covered on one side. This could be a tuck, with it being portrait. The landscape ones could easily be tucks, pockets, flip downs, flip ups, whatever you would want to turn them into. A couple of them I basically just collaged a few papers that I was trying to use up. Some of them are just simply covered with some just random book pages that I had that I wanted to. That's a digital from one of those little pads of paper you get like from Shein, Temu, AliExpress, those places. So I'm just going to start here and we'll see what we can come up with. I made that one a little grungy, I'll be honest. I got some glue smears on it, so I thought, I'm just going to grunge it up, and I'll put something here in the middle to distract away from that, and away we go. So I really don't have any serious, definite plan for these. I do want to separate the ones that I have, covered on both sides. I think we will deal with them after we do a couple of the single-sided ones. So I thought I would just flip through here, pick something out, and put her down on my card. I'm just going to pick up this random piece here that I picked up first. It's got some different flower pieces on it. It also has a dragonfly and a teeny tiny little butterfly and some feathers. So I like these two flowers here. I'm going to pull these from this. I like to cut the rub-ons out so they don't end up sticking to things they're not supposed to. I'm going to go ahead and include that dragonfly. I think he would look neat. I'm going to reach that butterfly up here at the top. It's a rather small butterfly, but that's all right. I have some other butterflies, and just, like I said, just things that I've had from my card making days. I even have one of the Tim Holtz rub-ons. I've had it for quite some time, and I'll be honest, when I first got this, when I was doing cards, I don't know if it was given to me or I got it. I honestly really didn't know how to use all these different things. However, I do now, so I brought it along, and I thought I could trim some of these, maybe even one of the bugs or two, and we'll see what we happen to get finished here. I also really like this silver here, and I don't know if I want to put a piece of it on here. Maybe, you know what, I think I'm going to put a piece of the three of those at the bottom and put the flowers kind of coming up from that. I think I like that. Or do I want to put it down the side? Oh, goodness, I really can't decide. And I need to apologize to you all. Right before I start filming my video, the overhead light in my craft room has gone out, and there is no one here at this point that can change the light bulbs for me. So I apologize for the dimmer lighting. I think it's still well enough that you can see in here. I still have some sunshine and my extra lighting turned on in here. It's not as bright as it normally is, but you know what? I'm just going to try it. What the heck? I don't know how well you can see that. I will hold it close to the camera once I get this down. Let me get a scrapey thing here I can use. I'm really actually going to get my pencil, and then I can see where I have, I like to use a pencil when I do these, and I can see where it is that I have gone over it already. So let's see, let's lay that one right here. Oh, something just fell off the back of my desk. No clue. I'm not going to worry about it. It's not something I'm working with. I'll get it another time when I'm not filming on here. And now I did make a pencil mark. I'll come back and erase that when I'm done here. It's because it's so closely cut to the edge. There must have been another one real close to it. Let's see if it's working before I do the whole thing. So I'm just going to gently lift up the end here and see if it's coming off. And it is. So, great. These are working. Good deal. Some rub-ons can get so old that they won't work. So I highly recommend you don't hoard rub-ons if you have them. That you use them before they go bad. I do not know about the 49 and market ones and the higher quality ones. Some of them I have of those, and some of these are just ones I picked up, I think, at a thrift store or something. We've had this really cool place in our town. It's called Peddler's Junction, and it was like almost like a thrift store. There were lots of craft things sold there, and just various stuff that was really cool to go and see what they had some days. And I think I picked up several rub-ons at one time from there that they had, someone was selling them. And I still have some of them from my card making days. I keep making that pencil all the way up through there. I'll just have to go back and erase it because it's so close to that edge. I don't know why. I guess that's how I cut it, not thinking, so. Let's just see how I can do getting this one down. And if I have to come along and do a little bit more somewhere as I peel it off, I'll do a little bit more. So let's see what happens. And, oh, it's going on there good. Oh, yeah. Oh, nope. Got to put that down a little bit more. Didn't get that one quite enough. If you're real careful and you don't let it slide and you don't get it down enough, you can go back in there and scrape it some more. And usually it'll stick right there. Yeah, see how it just went right down. There we go. Now I have that along the edge. And let me get rid of my pencil marks. And I will show you. I don't really know why it did that right along the edge of that piece, but it did, didn't it? There it goes. Really doesn't want to come off very well. Almost like it's ink. There, it's coming off. I wasn't sure if I went over top of the silver, if I would erase it right off there, and it's not, so that's a good thing. I'm going to just go right down through there, and it might be my eraser. I never thought of that. Here, let me get my gummy eraser from my glue. That might do a better job getting it off there, honestly. As long as it doesn't, again, take my glue with it. Okay, I don't mind the faded line. And see the little trim it gave it, so when the light hits it, you'll get a nice little trim there. All right, so I think I'm going to come along now with my pieces that I have here. And, wow, I kind of like that, right like that. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, now, if you're afraid your rub-on pieces are going to move on you, then you can just get a couple little pieces of washi tape. It doesn't, you don't have to stick it down real hard or anything, and just barely tape down your rub-on, at least in one place. Get rid of the, yep, get rid of that. And then let's go here and see what we get. Again, make sure this one works, and then I think I'll come in there with a word and some numbers on here, and that'll finish this baby off, and it'll make a nice little pocket tuck something in my journals. Don't know what it's going to be yet, so I'm going to kind of get them done, and then I can add to them more if I want later on. But I really like having things done in advance. And if you haven't done that, your journal making will go so much faster. More pencil marks on my sheet. Goodness gracious, Miriam. Need to learn to be a little bit neater or not use a pencil, I guess. I'll try something else. I normally use a pencil, but I am not having luck today without getting it all over my stuff. So let's try this scraper. I cover a little bit more surface area when I do it too, so that might go a little quicker for me. Let's see if it's working. Oh, not quite. think I need to use a little bit more pressure with it. Sometimes you can tell with some rub-ons, you can tell when it releases from the rub-on if you've never used them before, because it changes slightly, like your blacks will turn to like a gray color when it releases from it. So a lot of times it's easy to see if you've gotten it, and if you haven't, you can just go right back over the part you haven't gotten. But I really like using rub-ons. I haven't used them much yet in my 100-day projects, but I like them because they're a great way to add things onto a page that looks like, oh, that was meant to be there. Like you never really added it like it was there the whole time. And it's a good way to add things to your journals like that. I'm not going to be too concerned if I miss a little piece of something. Ooh, I like how that turned out. Okay, where's that pencil? Let's get that pencil mark off here where I accidentally went overboard with my penciling. Oh! Silly Mary. There we go. I thought I was going to mess that up. Alright, so now I have that. And what do we want to, I'm going to put a piece of, a random piece of my washi tape down there on the bottom. Let me see what I have handy. That I like the number on there, so let's just use one of these neutral colors. And we'll just put a piece of washi tape across the bottom there so it doesn't look like those flowers are growing out of nowhere. Doesn't have to be a large piece. It can simply just be a small piece. Yeah, come on. My hands, I must be from doing all the preparing I did today. My hands just don't want to work this evening. I waited till this evening to do my video today because my kids came over after my granddaughter got out of school, and my dad came to my house, and we celebrated his birthday. So we just got a dinner and celebrated his birthday rather than going out. My dad turned 85, so yep, he's getting up there in age. He does very well for 85. Okay. That works. Works for me. And now I think I want something, some kind of a number and things up here. So let's see what, I have two of these swirlies, and I'm going to get those out of the way so I don't want that right here with this one. And I'll probably use these three on a different one. Yeah, we'll use those on a different one. So let's see. Do we want to use, what do we want to use? A number? What do we think? A number? Yeah, let's get a number off here. Let's get this number up here on the top. Just a tiny number. And then I think we need a word of some kind. So let's see if we can grab a word here. Field note, specimen, observation, collector. We'll do the word. Let's do collector. And I think I'm going to go ahead and cut one of these figure 12s, and I'm going to put it on there as well. These little pieces are very small when you go to cut these out. That's the only bad thing about rub-ons. If you have a little tiny one, it's kind of hard to keep track of it sometimes. That's why I don't ever recommend till you're ready to use them, cutting them off and cutting them in pieces. So, oh, they'll be all ready to go. No, I don't recommend doing that. Because you end up, let's see, do I have a date on here? Oops, where did, okay, right there it is. Any kind of a date. Because there's a date at the top here. Of course, right in the middle of the thing. April 15th, 1940. That's kind of not easy to get to. Do we want to go for that date? I could. Well, let's get the others down, and then I will decide, I think. Get my others on here, and then I'll make a decision from there. I didn't cut my collector yet, but I'm afraid to get too many of these out here at one time. I'm going to put this figure 1 right here. Yeah, there he goes. We'll put him right here. Can you see that okay? Yeah. Let's see. Are we? Oops, we're not sticking, are we? I'll try for the pencil again, but I'm going to be very, very careful that I don't go off of it. I think this is working. I used to have some popsicle sticks here on my desk, but don't know what I've done with them. There's the 12. Let's get the rest of this on here. There we go. I think I got it now. Okay, that worked very well. Okay, I like that. Let's put this number up here on this where it says number, N-O. Okay, there we go. Don't get carried away, Miriam. This works if you just stay on top of the numbers. Okay, let's see how these are going to come off here, okay? Maybe. Oh, yeah. They're off, but the plastic is still falling down on it. Can you hear that siren going off in the background? That is, we have a volunteer fire department, and that is our fire siren going off in our city. Okay. Ooh, this is turning out cool. I don't know that I like that piece of washi tape, so I'm going to take it off there. And I'm going to grab one of my solid washi tapes up here that's thinner. And I have some. Let's see what I have here. Forgive me, my eye's burning for some reason. Okay, here we go. What do I really want to use down there? We'll give it a little bit of color, maybe? Or maybe use this piece here, so it kind of look like a little bit of a planter. Let's try that. I have no idea. I've been on here 24 minutes, guys, and I have only done one of these. So, I don't know how many I'm going to get done, but I will show you the other thing you can do is just as soon as we finish this one. Yeah, I like that piece of washi tape on there so much better. Let's, oh, come on. Work here, piece of tape. Work with me. It's not wanting to be kind to me. There we go. Now, I am going to put a little bit of glue down because I've played with this piece of washi tape enough now that it would probably not stick for long. I usually put glue down with washi tape anyway on something like this because I don't trust that it's not going to stay there. Wiping my excess glue off with my fingers, folks. Where that glue eraser is, I can use that. Okay. There we go. I got it. All right. I think I'm going to leave the date part blank for now. But I am going to come in with the collection word. And then I'm going to do one more like this. And then I'll do a little booklet. I was trying to keep my videos under 30 minutes. But I think I'm going to have to shoot for 45. Because there's no way I can get a video done in 30 minutes. Just doesn't seem to work for me. Okay. Where'd that other date go? It is, we're just going to have to cut this thing in half, I think, so I can get to the date. Okay, there's the collection one. I thought I was going to cut that C off there, but it didn't. And then let's just take, where is that date? Let's take it right across here. And I think that will allow me to get to the date part. Yeah. Temporarily, I'm going to leave them there until I use that word identification check. Then at least they'll be connected for a bit. And I don't want to cut off the square round registered. So, talented. Oh, Miriam, don't cut that. Okay, got it. Come on. Okay. Oh, don't push that away. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? All right, let's do collector right on the top line. And we will put the date up there where it says date. Go ahead and stick it on here. I'm going to stick these two on here and then we'll rub them later on. But that way you can at least see what it is looking like. And we'll consider this one. Oh, that date's not quite going to make it there. So let's... Oh, don't stick to each other. Let's bring that over just as much as we can without covering up my E. So that we can get the whole 1932 on there. There we go. And I don't know if I could, these little ones, if I could scrape them with my finger. I really don't think that will work. But here's what it looks like. I almost wish I hadn't put that on there, I'll be honest. But it's okay. It's okay. I think I'd like it better if that silver part weren't on there. But it's on there now, so. That's fine. All right, let's do one more plain one. What do we got here? I do have, this was covered front and back, and this one's covered front and back, so I thought I'd make a little booklet with those, but I also have this one here. I don't know how, those would probably look good on that. You know, it's hard to decide, isn't it? Yeah, I also have with me some randomly type stickers, and there is one on here. This is just wax paper that I stuck a bunch of stickers on. And there's one on here that has a very good aqua base, but I can't tell. Yeah, I'm going to pull it off here so I can see what it would look like on this. I think it would look really good, but I got other stickers stuck to it here somehow. Is that over top or under? I can't tell. Under. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Oh yeah, I like that. Only I'm going to turn it. How do I want this? I think I want it up like that. And then put, yeah, there we go. We're going to put that flower right there. It has a clear background. You can't even see. It's not that shiny either. So, yeah, you can't hardly, kind of becomes part of that paper. So, what do we want to put on here that would look good? Get rid of that. I have that tiny butterfly that I have. Here it is. Let's put the little tiny butterfly on here. It might get lost in the shuffle of everything, but make sure that's paper and not sticker there. Yes, it is. I'm just going to put that tiny little butterfly right there. I don't want to put it too close because I don't want to lose him in the, with the leaves and things here. He looks like he's done. He is. I like that. We need something across here where it's white, and I'm even going to put it on there diagonally. So let's see, do we want to use destination? A large number. That's what we're going to use. A big number. And there's one right here, 3043, right on the side. We're going to use that. And I believe I have another label that we can glue on here with this, and that will complete this card. We didn't, did you notice how we did that? We did one, both of those, portrait. Oh well, that's fine. It just seemed like, even though my writing is sideways here, I managed to decide that one was going to be portrait. What if I turn it sideways? Will that work? I might try that. Let's see. Oh yeah. That could work sideways too. And then I could put the number here. Or do we want the number up here? Let's put the number up here. And I have this label over here. Would it look right here? What do you think? Thoughts? Or do we want that up there? that my butterfly is now flying downward. Maybe we should keep it this way after all. Now let's see what it would look like with that. We'll do this and then put this number. I'm going to turn it right. What about right here? Then put that across there. I can't decide. I'm going to do the number first because I do want the number on here. And I like it about right. Let's put it about right there. And I gotta take the white off the back. Can't put it down with white on the back, can I? I think I'm just gonna put the number on it and leave that at this for now. Oops. I know I said I was going to do diagonal here, didn't I? Well, I changed my mind. Okay. I'm going to put that right there. Go ahead and get it down, see what it looks like. And I might add something else up here, a word of some kind maybe. I think it needs a word. Sometimes I just like to do some simple stuff to put in my journal. Things that don't require a lot of decorating and trying to decide and figure out. I also have a very small label, I think, a little label sticker that might also work here that I can use at the top. Okay, let's see if it's, oh yeah, it's coming off good. And if you're going to take your rub off on and you miss a little bit of your number, I didn't, but if you would, that kind of adds to the randomness of what you're making kind of thing. It gives a makes it look a little more vintage, perhaps. Now, I did have, here you are. I think I used some of these the other day on a project I was doing, and I happen to have one left here. If I can get it picked up. Yeah, I'm just going to put that there, and that one will be finished. Hope you all are crafting every day and getting to play with paper and making something good in your craft room. You know, if you're afraid to get started on a journal or something, just get some paper and get in your craft room and make some stuff that you like. And the more you make, the more confidence you will get. Don't try to overthink it when you're decorating things. The more you think about it, the harder it is. I'm thinking I might need a word there, but I really don't know what it would be at the moment. So, registered? Why can I not find a word I want? I think I'm going to wait, and I'll add my word to that later. So I ended up with 2 completed. And then I have my seahorse over here. Does he need something with him? A randomie? No, he doesn't. But how about the label I tried to use? So I think that's just a piece of trash there. I don't want to push anything off my lap that's important, so I'll check the, yep, trash. That's trash. Piece of tape here. All right, so I've got both of these are covered on both sides. So what I'm going to do, I just covered them on both sides. I'm going to put these together with a piece of the Tim Holtz fabric tape. Which do I want? You could use regular washi tape on this as well, but I have some of this that I thought I'd use up. Well, it actually would go like this, so it's not upside down. And I think I'm just going to use that. Oh, I don't like how it's going to cover up a lot of him. So on second thought, that was the original plan. Let me grab another thicker washi tape here that might work. I got some butterfly and I've got some of this randomy kind. Let's go back for digging for more here. Do I have something with kind of a greenish? Oh, here we go. I think I'm going to use the one here on the bottom. Yeah. I think it'll work just fine. I tend to be very perfectionistic when I'm creating things. So I'm trying to really let go of that. And just find something that works, put her down so that I don't obsess about it and sit and think. I'm going to put just right along my edge here. I'm going to put a strip of glue so that will help to hold my washi tape. Just barely, I mean, it's so thin you can't hardly see that it's there. And I'm going to stick down this washi tape. Yeah, I like that on there. And I'm going to turn it over because I want to try to, while that glue will allow me to slide it a bit, I really want to try to get it to where I can do half and half. There we go. I think that was okay. Well, it slipped on me. Try that again. There we go. Yeah. Turn it over and I can see, you know, that's fairly straight. Just straighten that in slightly. Maybe bring this end in maybe a bit. There we go. Much better. And I'm going to stick this part down. And I'm going to put some washi tape along here. Or I mean glue along my washi tape. I don't know what I'm saying. And I'm going to lay that up here. But I'm just barely leaving me a little bit there between the two, so that when I fold it up, it will actually close up. Well, I guess I'm going to do it this way because the washi tape doesn't want to stick the other way. And then I'm just folding that over. Press it down really super good. And with the glue, once that dries, I won't need to worry about it coming apart there. So I'm going to really press that down. And where's my little sander? Oh, here we go. I can use this one. I'm just going to use this to sand off the washi tape that's at the end, top and bottom. Make sure that doesn't come up from that glue there, so I'm being real careful with that. same thing on this side. I have a little bit more on the front than I do the back, but it's okay. I'm okay with that. I think that glue will hold that down good. And I'm not putting any papers in it. You can make it into a mini journal. I've seen people do Rolodex mini journals. I'm just making a little booklet where you can open it up and write on the inside. Just give some writing space to the person, whatever journal I put this in, the person that would receive it, or myself. We can just simply use the little journal for writing, extra writing space. It's kind of hard. I've got a corner on that, and that just really doesn't want to sand very well around the corner. I'm going to get my little dauber and go ahead and ink those where I had some sanding. Put some ink on that because I'd already inked around it. So we'll put that down. And that washi tape, I like how it is coordinating with that. Okay. And then, see, you can just open it up, put it in a pocket in your journal, and I can't seem to get my thumbs to work right, but you would open it up, and then you've got blank on the inside, and I'm not going to worry about that washi tape inside there. I don't have a lot of stickiness from it, so I'm not even going to worry about putting anything down there. If I would need to in the future, I could just run a piece right down the center, and that would take care of it. All right. So we got 3 done. Do we want to do one more sideways? You know what? I think I want this one here. Do I want to trim it a bit? Yeah. I'm going to trim the end off of this little label I have here and ink it up. And I'm going to put it down here on my little, or do we want it up here? No, I want it at the bottom. I want to put this on my little booklet journal that I just made. So let's cut some excess on this end. And let's match it up on the other end. Okay. And ink it up here. Still got plenty of ink on my mini dauber here. Give it a little bit of ink across the top. And ink up the other end. And down it goes. I like this glue pen. It is a Craft Bond, Elmer's Craft Bond. Craft Bond is a good crafting glue. And it only puts a little bit out at a time, so I really like using it. Okay, so there we go. Have that on there. Again, I can add some more things if I wanted to prior to putting it in a journal, but I'm going to leave it at that. So we ended up with 3, and let's quickly do a sideways one. And I think I will use, let's find a sideways one here that's pretty cool looking. Oh, get the washi tape out of there. Let's see. I like the one with all the check marks. And that's not it. Nope, I guess that is it. Yeah. I'm thinking there's another one here, but I just do not see it. Oh well. Let's do this one. Why not? I have a bird rub-on here. And probably a pretty flower that I could possibly use. Let's see what I have. I have some, there's a bird, but I also have another one here. Let me see what's on it. Here's some pretty birds. What do my happiness blooms from within? And what does that one say? There is no time to be There's no time to be bored in a world as beautiful as this. I like this bird right here. So let's pull him off there. And then we need to give him some kind of a thing to stand on, maybe? Let's see. Cut him out of here, and then I'll see what else I have. I'm sure I can come up with some kind of a flowery thing. What does that say? Be what? Nothing but blue skies. Okay. Hope I'm not sticking my head in when I was looking at those, but I got to get closer. My old eyes are not letting me observe things very well. Would we want to use part of this and then add the bird to it? Where are you, Mr. Bird? Where'd you go? Just cut him off here. Where did he go? Anybody see? Oh, here he is, upside down. Okay. So I have that. Do I want to give him a sideways branch here? Nope. I don't like it. Let's try something else. I don't think that's going to work either. Let's see what's the one under there. Oh, they're exactly the same. I kind of like this. You can't really see it. Yeah, and I'm afraid putting it down you wouldn't be able to see it. So let's skip those. Let's pull something else out of my pile. Here we go. We can give him a branch off of this one. I don't think... I got a couple more smaller ones here. Let's see. I don't know if there's anything. Maybe a label of some kind. Have a couple labels. And I definitely have the black and white one that I had earlier. Let's see what this one has. Not much for a bird to stand on. Let's see. Let's give him a little branch. Let's cut this stuff here on the bottom. And we'll give him a gold swirly or a little branch to sit on. So let's just cut this off here. And oh, shoot. Okay, let's give him an aqua leafy thing to stand on here. Then I think I'm going to use some of these little bits of trees and things and decorate it up that way. Maybe not. I don't know. Can't decide. Let's give him this aqua to stand on. And then, will he look right there? I don't know. I think that bird's a little big for this. Let's see one of the smaller birds that I have. Let's use this guy. He's a bit smaller. I also have, instead of using that aqua branch, I think I will save that for somewhere else. Yeah, I know. I'll use that one on one of the other ones. Put him right there on top of that other one. And let's use... I know what we're using. We're using this piece. And we're going to use this Nothing But Blue Skies. And we're going to use the bird there. And I think that may be all this one needs. So let me cut the 3 pieces out that I'm going to use. Card fell in my lap. I'll pull it back up here as soon as I get these pieces cut out. I kind of like the 2 blue leaves too, but I don't know if that'll work on here. So let's just see. All right, we have these 3 pieces. Get rid of that for now. And let's try, let's put that there. Let's move it over a bit so I have room for my bird, because he's flying that way. We don't want him to be flying off the page. Let's fly the bird like that. In there. And we'll just kind of put him like he's going to be landing on a branch there. And I have the blue skies. They're going to work. Nope. Let's do this. Let's put this here. We got the blue guys coming in, and then let's have the bird landing on the blue sky piece. What do you think? Oh, I got the white under there. It's kind of hard to tell, isn't it? Let's take the backing off these. Let's maybe do the blue skies there. Nothing but blue skies from now on. And then we have our birdie. And we could put a birdie here like that. And then we can put something across there. Do I want to do that? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I like it. Or we could move our blue skies down, which I think I might do. Let's bring this over a little bit more. What time is it? 57. So this will be our last one, folks. We're going to bring this here and put it right there. We had the most beautiful weekend here in Ohio. On Saturday night, some of our areas got a nasty storm. I was staying at my son's in West Virginia Saturday night, and where we were, we didn't get any storm. He lives kind of up high on like a ridge, and we didn't get anything there, but I guess in the city they got quite a bit, and where we live, just across the river in Ohio, they got quite a bit. And we got quite a bit had we been here. You could see all the leaves and branches laying all over the ground when we came home on Sunday afternoon. It was my granddaughter's 9-year-old. She turned 9 this year, and it was her birthday party on Saturday. So we went out and stayed with them and went to church with them on Sunday, and then came home after church. And I was so tired that I ended up not getting much done Sunday after church, other than a bit of crafting. All right, I like that. Yeah, I think I like that better there, and then I'm going to put the bird like right here. Yeah. Let's get this down, and then I'll arrange Mr. Birdie. I I really am not sure where these rub-ons came from. I don't think these are from my card making days, but I really am not sure because I don't remember how long I've had them or where they came from. Most likely, if I didn't pick them up in a craft store, they came from probably Amazon, because I buy a lot of my craft stuff on Amazon. Or one of our local craft stores. We have, of course, Joann's is shutting down. We have a Joann's. And I also have a Michael's and Hobby Lobby. However, I'm finding that Michael's has raised a lot of their prices unless they have a special and something on sale. Otherwise, their prices are up there. I priced some things online and then went to see if Michael's had it, and Michael's price was significantly higher than other places. The Michael's, it was both in the store and online. I found their prices to be significantly higher than, say, other craft stores online or even Amazon. And I wanted some things and I got them from Amazon, but it'll take a little time for them to get here. They're probably being shipped from somewhere else. Of course they're being shipped from somewhere else, but probably overseas. Now that left a little behind, but I don't think it's going to affect it in any way. Nope. No, it did not. Nothing but blue skies. I like that. That little bit, no effect. Okay, and let's see. Can I do that, or will that be too much on that side? No, let's just put him right here as if he is coming in for a landing. What do you think? Or do I want to bring him down some? Make him more part of the tree, like this. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Right there. It's perfect. I like him right where he is, and that gives me room for a label or something else on this one. And I think I saw a label back here that might just work. Well, forgive me. My video is now at 1 hour. Don't like long videos. I apologize. You can go ahead and move on, or check out another video from the ABC challenge. I don't think I got his feet on there, did I? There they go. All right. Well, let's see if Mr. Birdie is going to take flight or whether he was able to land. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's going on there. Oh, I love that. It looks even better actually on the card than it did on the piece of stuff. So, I really, really like it. Now, let's see if I can't pull something here that I could use. On here, like a label or something like that. If not, I'll pull one from somewhere else. I have these pieces. I don't think I like any of them though for on here. That present might not be so bad, but I think it's still a bit much. You know what I'm going to do is cut a piece of my fabric tag here, and let's see, I have one, those scissors won't work on this. Let me try just to resurrect my others that were just here like 5 minutes ago. I don't know how things run away from me so quickly, but they do. Here they are, hiding. You are hiding away from me. Okay, let's pull a piece of this aqua tag out of here. And I'm just going to cut it above and below. That little tiny piece will go somewhere one of these days. And I'm going to cut it. Where do I want it? I'm going to cut it all the way until I decide how I'm going to do it on here. And I think I'm just going to put it down and fold it over. Yep. That's how it's going to go, but it's going to go actually this way. So I'm going to straighten this up on this side a bit so it's not as crooked, and I'm not going to worry about the other side because it's going to be folded over on the back that will be glued down anyway. Okay, there we go. Get the backing off. Okay. There we go. It's working. Fumble fingers managed to do it here. So I want to make sure it's on here and not like hanging off the top or anything. We're going to put that ticket there, and I'm just going to fold it over. Kind of looks like a bunch of randomness, but it's alright. I like it. I like the colors, all coordinate, and I do like it. So we got this one that will make a nice pocket in a journal. It's only one-sided, so it'll likely be a pocket. And let's pull the other ones out here that I finished. Maybe. Where'd they all go? They're hiding under here, I'm sure. Here they are. I've got this piece that I really don't like this. So you know what I'm going to do to cover that? I'm going to come along with a piece of washi tape and cover up that silver, because the more I look at it, the more I don't like it. So I have this piece here. As soon as I figure out top and bottom, I think this is it. And it also has some little, I don't know, I like that it has like little spritzes of blue in it. It's really cool looking. And I'm just going to put it down on this side and cover that up. There we go. And I'm going to use my little sandy device and sand off the extras. And I think I like that much, much better. I just wasn't getting into that silver scroll. So let's see. Oh, didn't quite sand it enough, did I? And I didn't put anything down under this washi tape, but it's newer. I haven't had it long, so I know it's not going to come up on me. And I'm just going to sand along here to kind of get rid of that extra little edge there. Should just, if I can get my hands on it, should just come right, if I sand enough, it'll just peel right off of there. Then I can come back in, here it's coming off now. I can go back in with my ink and ink that edge up, and that'll look pretty cool then. There we go. I have a piece of tape across the back because the thing I put on the front was actually something that I had printed, and I printed it on sticker paper. So I put that across there to keep the back side of that, of my sticker from getting sticky where those had. I don't have a punch to punch those out. If you want to create those and leave those in, you can. I don't, because I don't have any way to punch them out, and I certainly was not going to cut those little squares out by hand. So that is an option. If you would want to leave those in there, you can certainly do that and not cover them, but I choose to cover them because it's, honestly, it's simpler for me to do that. I think I'll just get my scissors and trim that up, and that one will be done. And it makes me much happier to get rid of the silver on that. Okay. Just going to grunge that up there and darken it so that you can't see the edges of my card. All right, so now I've got this little tuck piece, or whatever you want to use it for, or whatever I decide to use it for. I have this piece. Okay. I have this piece. And I have the little booklet. And I have 4 or 5 more here that I can also decorate off camera. And I have that. So, I hope you all have enjoyed my video today in ways that you can use your rub-ons and your Rolodex cards and come up with some nice little creations for your journal. I hope everybody enjoyed that, and I hope you are crafting right along and getting some ideas and enjoying what you watch on my channel. If you ever have any ideas, please comment below. I love to get ideas to do new things. And I'm going to continue with the 100-day challenge, so I will be doing that even after the ABC challenge is completed. So please continue watching and see what I can come up with as things go on with the 100-day project. I've got lots of exciting new things planned, things that I've never worked with, and things that I have not done yet that I'm going to experiment with and do here on my channel with you. So I hope you all enjoyed this, and please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye, everyone. You have a wonderful evening, and I hope you've had a beautiful day.